We stole 2 minutes of your life like bank robbers.
We did.
You were a train chugging through the countryside in a snowy landscape. We landed on the top of the train with parachutes. We cut a hole in the top of the train with a blowtorch. We sneaked down into the baggage compartment where your jewels were kept. We took the jewels, and in this case, the jewels were the 2.5 minutes, maybe even 3 minutes of your life that you'll never get back because you were waiting because we were late, and we feel sorry.
We don't feel that sorry.
I feel so sorry because, look, Matthew apologizes for yesterday. I feel sorry for yesterday and for today.
I do, too.
I'm sorry I wasn't here for you yesterday. I'm sorry I had to leave partway through. I'm sorry I kept coming in and out and lifting your spirits and crushing your spirits and lifting your spirits and crushing your spirits and going back and forth and just sending you on a motion roller coaster. Like the train suddenly hit a hilly patch and was going up and down. Wouldn't that be cool if trains were also roller coasters?
That would be
So that
fun.
while you were going across Canada, you suddenly shot down the side of a gorge and then back up again. I think there's a business model here. I'm thinking about that. Wish you could see us today. We have our own copies of the Real McCoys. Thank you, independent bookstores still shipping. Thank you, friends. Thank you for getting a copy of the Real McCoys. That makes us super happy. All right, here we go. What does that say?
Drink water.
Okay. I mean, we're just going to model good behavior here.
Good, healthy
over
behavior.
and
Cheers.
over and over. Get your own water and sing the water song. I don't know the water song. Teach me the water song after you sing it.
No, I think since you'll have plenty of time, you make up a song. Sing the water song.
No, I tried to sing a song in the last show.
I'm drinking water. Sing the water song.
Robbie is a really slow. Robbie is a really slow drinker of H2O.
Good! That
like
was
that?
good for you.
Okay, thank you. And you know what I learned in the last show? Stop while you're ahead. The first few verses of my impromptu song in the last show were decent, and then it just went downhill. I kept trying to live up to my own expectations. All right, here we go.
Yeah.
What does that say?
One joke, but no more than one because this is a serious show about serious issues.
Yep. Okay. So I think sometimes we just devolve into hilarity. That's not what this is about. We have to cover some very important topics today. Okay. And therefore, we got to keep El Puppy in check. That's mostly what I'm thinking. All right. What?
Well, I see Mr. Funny Pants has a joke that I like.
Okay. What is it?
I didn't see your joke yet, El Puppy. I haven't looked through the comments yet.
All right.
What state has small drinks?
What state has small drinks? Little milkshake. What state has?
It's not a state.
Tennessee.
Oh.
Massachusetts.
I will give you a hint.
What?
It's a cold Midwestern state.
Oh. Kansas Little Coke? I don't know. Misery comes from small beverages.
It's farther north.
North, South Dakota, Montana.
It's farther east.
Oh, this is really challenging. Wisconsin? With small Canson? You got to say it. I'm looking back. Minnesota. I wish I'd thought of that. I like that.
I gave you lots and lots of hints.
And it just goes to show you what a good joke it was. That even a joke cracker like me couldn't solve it. Because I'm generally I'm on the cutting edge of figuring things out. You guys, when Robbie and I watch a movie together, sometimes at the beginning of the movie will start and someone will giggle and someone else will pick up a cup of tea and put it on the table and Robbie will say, I know how this turns out. And I'll say, I don't know till the very end.
Matthew always turns to me at the exciting moment, the big reveal, and he's like, oh my gosh.
That was so exciting. And Robbie knew it already. So what's very crazy is that I have somehow stumbled into this thing where I write mysteries because I can't solve them. The great crisis every time I have to write a new Real McCoys book is that I get into the thick of the mystery, but I don't know how to solve it. And I come in and I put my arm on Robbie's shoulder and I say, Robbie, how are we going to figure out who actually did this dastardly thing? And Robbie's like, suck it up, Buster. That's your job, not mine.
I'm not going to
She's not very sensitive. Thank you, Ernstein.
No, you know what? Sometimes I make suggestions and they are not taken.
But sometimes Robbie's incredibly helpful. Sometimes we'll go on long drives and we'll talk through things. And plot is
But I don't think I've ever solved any mysteries.
That's what you think. That's what you think. But in the same way that yeast makes the bread rise, Robbie...
Am I yeast?
You are yeast-like. You are... I mean, this is a metaphor. I wouldn't... Right. Yeast is a little particle. You are a full-fledged woman. You have thoughts and dreams and ambitions. Yeast has but one ambition.
Yes.
Which is to rise.
Which is a good ambition.
I think it actually makes bubbles. That's what yeast does.
Yes. It forces the bread, the dough around it to rise.
All right. Here we go. All right. Fair enough. That was quite a digression. Robbie reads the second half of chapter 12.
Oh.
I wasn't even here for the first half, so I have no idea what happened. I have no way to give you a recap. But Robbie has, you know how when you are a Little League baseball player and you get to go on the team because somebody else gets hurt, and then you hit a home run, and they're like, we're going to keep that kid around. I think Robbie's...
Was I the backup?
Except I don't like calling you a Little League baseball player. You just were the person who came on when I was tired one day. But your Milton voice, your Milton it just thrills and tickles me to my core. And so you got yourself a gig.
I got myself a gig?
Slugger.
I actually love reading the Real
Don't
McCoys
bat
out
into
loud.
a double play. That was a baseball illusion. Robbie has never heard of baseball. She doesn't know what that is. All right, Robbie. What, do you want me to hand it to you? Is that what you're waiting for?
Where is that book?
I don't know exactly where you stopped.
I do know exactly
Robbie
where
knows
stopped.
exactly where she stopped. Can I have the keyboard so I can do
Yes.
the thing that's important and good?
Yes.
Have you placed
I haven't switched this over yet.
All right, get prepared. We're going to... Oh! Woo! I never get used to that. I feel like
You know
Rick
what?
Moranis.
Actually,
What?
let's turn us back one page.
Okay.
Actually, I don't think you can do that. Sorry, that was the other way.
Okay.
Here we go, because I'm just going to read the last paragraph of the last page where we ended.
To bring you back up to date,
Bring you
friends.
back up to date,
Yeah.
which is something that my dad always did that annoyed me when I was a kid.
But he's not here.
He's not here?
Yeah.
Well, he is here. Hi, Dad.
Hi, Bob.
But I think it's important to sort of like
Do you know what would be awesome?
not dive right
If we found out that El Papi was really your dad.
That would be
And
hilarious.
it would
But we
be.
know who El Puppy is.
Well, but what if that's just an elaborate smokescreen?
And by the way, El Puppy's mother's birthday today.
Well, is she listening? Because if she's listening, we will sing to her. Maybe we won't, even if she isn't. I'm happy to sing to El Papi's mom.
All right.
What do you think? All right.
We won't do it now. We're going to read the next
All
part
right,
of the
fine,
chapter
fine.
now.
Be that way,
Yes.
the Robs. Yeah.
Somehow, I have to give Principal Jones all the important information before she locks me in the dungeon with Mrs. Breath and her dictionary. I try to think of the best words to use, but all my best words seem to be missing. I walk through the door of the main office for what feels like the 100th time today. "You!" says Mrs. Breath. Her eyes are a snake's eyes, and I feel like a mouse that she's going to toy with for 15 minutes or so before swallowing in a single gulp and slowly digesting over a 2 to 3 week span. She sees the bowling pin and smiles with a wicked delight and presses the button on her phone. "Moxie McCoy," she says. There's a long sigh. And then, send her in. It is the voice of an evil robot overlord from the kind of movie kids aren't supposed to see. I wonder if maybe the best thing to do is run. I am fast enough to avoid being caught. I would take a new name and live in another country, maybe Guatemala. I've learned enough Spanish from Mom that I could be able to order lunch and ask where the bathroom is. But then I think about my innocent brother in handcuffs and poor stolen Eddie crammed into a backpack that is, at this very moment, about to be taken out of the school into that wide world so that two-faced Emily Estevez can do who knows what to him. Milton needs me. Eddie needs me. My school needs me. Running away wouldn't help anyone but myself. I take a deep breath. I put my hand on the knob and turn it. "Principal Jones," I say, "I'm afraid you've run out of chances, Moxie." From the look on Principal Jones's face, I get the sense that I'll have the opportunity to say just one thing before she pulls the lever that operates the trap door. I can either tell her who did steal Eddie, or I can tell her who didn't. The choice seems clear. "Milton is not an owl thief," I say, louder than I'd intended. "I'm afraid I can't discuss this with you, Moxie," says Principal Jones. "But he's innocent!" "How can you know that for sure?" "Because he'd never, ever, ever do something like that. He's honest and loyal and true. He is the absolute best. You have to believe me." The way Principal Jones is looking at me, I'm pretty sure she does. But I can't take any chances. And because I figured out who did steal Eddie, I know where he is at this very minute. Principal Jones sits up straight in her chair and looks so deeply into my eyes that I feel like I'm not wearing any clothes. This had better not be another false accusation. "It's not, I swear, I saw him." "You saw who?" "I saw Eddie," I say. I can tell our friendship is really getting back on track. "With your own eyes? She says. She's looking at me as if I were the last dose of medicine that will save her dying grandmother. Yes, I say, yes! I pull out the monocle and hand it to Principal Jones. She gasps as if she has just discovered life on Mars. Where is the rest of him? Says Principal Jones. In Emily Estevez's backpack, I say. But Emily is about to leave the school. She's pretending to be sick, and Nurse Crockett just sent her home. We don't have a moment to lose. Principal Jones pushes one of the buttons on her phone. Is Emily Estevez still there? She says. I hear Nurse Crockett's voice on the other end. She just left my office. Principal Jones stands up. Come with me, she says. I honestly can't tell if she's getting ready to give me a prize or throw me in jail. I follow her past Mrs. Breath's desk and into the lobby. There, about to leave through the front door, is Emily Estevez, holding onto her backpack like it's her only friend in the world. Emily, please wait, says Principal Jones. Emily spins around, clearly terrified. She knows she's been caught. I'm almost afraid to see what happens next. You're not in trouble, Emily. Not yet, I think. May I look inside your backpack? Sure, says Emily. Thank you. As Principal Jones takes the backpack, I'm nervous and excited and sad all at once. I'd had such high hopes for Emily. Principal Jones pulls on the zipper, and out pops the unmistakable brown fuzzy fur of Mr. Snuggles, a fuzzy brown pillow with a pink nose, googly eyes, and bushy bare ears. I've seen the commercial on TV. The jingle plays in my head.
Oh, Mr. Snuggles, what are you seeing? A pillow, a bear, or an alien being? One or a fuzzy potato with shiny pink shoes on. One thing's for sure, you're a friend we can snooze on.
As my mind splits neatly in two. Emily Estevez is not a two-faced liar. Eddie is still missing. I am totally relieved and utterly crushed at the same moment. Is this a pillow, Emily? Asks Principal Jones. Yes, says Emily, about to cry. I wasn't feeling well this morning, so I brought Mr. Snuggles so I could take a nap on the bus. Is it against the rules to have a pillow in school? Not at all, says Principal Jones, zipping the backpack up and handing it to Emily. Can I go? Asks Emily. I don't feel very good. Of course, says Principal Jones, in the kindest voice I've ever heard in my entire life. I hardly recognize her. She pats Emily on the shoulder. Emily is about to leave, but I can't just let her go without saying something, and so I say a few words I don't use very often. I'm sorry, Emily. I never should have doubted you. I was only trying to save Eddie. Emily looks at me with her big, full heart, and I can tell she knows I mean it. That's okay, she says. It's been a super weird day. It really has, I say. I'm going home now. See you soon, I hope. Feel better, I say. Thanks. Wait, one more thing before you go. Yeah, says Emily. Can you by any chance shoot a bottle with a slingshot from 50 paces? I don't think so, says Emily, smiling. Does it matter? I look at her standing there, smiling at me in spite of all I've done to her today, and realize the answer to her question is not what I thought it would be. Nope, it doesn't matter at all. Emily's smile gets bigger, and then her eyes get wide, and then she turns green, and says as politely as a butler offering someone a cucumber sandwich, I'm sorry, but I have to throw up again, before rushing out the door. There goes my new best friend, I think, feeling happier than I've felt in a really long time, before remembering that I'm about to feel sadder than I've been in my entire life. I turn around, and Principal Jones is looking at me with the eyes of a volcano that has been waiting about 500 years to erupt and has decided it's finally time. I'm probably going to be kicked out of school and sent to live on a distant archipelago where I will have to survive on coconuts and kelp. It's clear that Principal Jones is trying to figure out the quickest possible way to get me there when I hear a voice that is both entirely familiar and completely unexpected.
Who could it be?
Stop her! Stop that owl thief! It is Milton. He is yelling at the top of his lungs and running towards us as quickly as he can, pointing wildly toward the front door of the school.
That's it?
Dun, dun,
oh my
dun.
gosh, that is a cliffhanger.
That was a cliffhanger. I didn't
wow,
finish it with a flare
that's
like a
almost
cliffhanger.
unkind
I
to
thought
leave
we were
you
going
in
to
that
find
state.
out what was happening next.
All right, there's a little bit of disgruntlement coming from Roscoe on account of the fact that we did not play the theme song today, and therefore this show has not
hasn't actually
begun.
started yet.
Okay, I'm ready. I'm ready for the theme song.
All right, you guys ready?
I am going me. I'm going to sing it myself today. Me.
You don't want me to play it?
No, I want you to play it. I'm going to sing it. I was going to pretend like it was me
Oh,
singing
okay,
it.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Not Drew Bunting.
Matthew's going to be singing it. Ready, set, go.
The Robbie and Matthew, the Robbie and Matthew Show.
Yes! I got the whole thing that
You got
time.
the whole thing.
No, I still didn't time it correctly.
Well done.
Matt Drew is an elusive
There is
and
the theme
confounding figure.
It is a great song. Thank you.
Take up your pencils and
Oh.
paper. Robbie is going to teach you how to draw something or someone. Let's find out who it is. Let's consult the agenda. Robbie is so excited to draw. She teaches you how to draw a Dublinger.
Oh, a Dublinger.
What Dublinger
And you know
are
what?
we going? What?
Once you know how to draw one Dublinger, you know how to draw both Dublingers.
Well, or as many Dublingers as there happen to be,
Well,
right?
no, just the two Dublingers. None of their acquaintances, none of their relatives look like they do, but they look like each other.
There is a moment in book 3 when Moxie thinks for a moment that there might be 3 Dublingers, and she gets really nervous because that would be an even. You don't remember that? It's just musing.
All right.
Yeah, but I hope that's right. Maybe that's something I dreamed, and that in some future
I
Real McCoys
honestly,
book.
I haven't read book 3 in a long time.
It's been a while.
been
Okay,
a while.
so here we go.
I have to remember how to draw the Dublingers.
Okay, Rob, do you want me to show you a picture?
Yeah. Do
You
you?
want me to get a Dublinger for you?
Yeah.
Here. All right, I'm gonna find a Dublinger for Robbie, and
You're gonna get out. If you look over here, you might not be able to see because it's too tiny. But I have a bunch of different brushes over here.
Does that help, Robbie? Just that right there, or do you want?
Yeah, I think that's good.
Okay.
So over here, you guys, you see my brushes on my tablet, where I'm wiggling my. So this is the McCoy's pencil.
Oh, it has a very specific
I have
brush.
a very
huh?
specific brush that I have to use.
That's cool.
Because
that's the line
that's
quality.
the line quality. It has to be consistent across all the books.
Cool.
So,
All right.
let's see. So, okay. I just wanted to make sure.
See how it looks a little pencily? It's not a solid black line.
It's not a solid black line.
Okay.
Okay. So, for
You obviously can just use a pencil, you guys. Yeah.
you mostly okay. So it's the Dublingers have oval heads.
Okay.
They have like a long oval head.
More of a Bert than an Ernie.
More of a Bert than an Ernie, definitely.
Okay.
And then they have these kind of short bangs with a little bit of a part in the middle.
Okay. Good.
And so I draw the bangs like that, and
Oh my
then
gosh,
I have
that already looks like a Dublinger.
Then I have to erase this line.
Okay. Oh, because the hair is a little bit wider
The
than
hair's
the head.
a little bit wider than
yeah.
the head.
Okay.
And then they have a little bit
Kind of looks like a
of
helmet.
hair. Yeah, they have ears that stick out. There's just a little bit of hair on the sides, and then I think Tracy is the one who has her hair
Yeah.
on her right side. She has a side ponytail.
That's a lot of thinking for you, Robbie. To always have to draw the right.
I know, the right Dublinger.
Yeah.
In the right direction. They have a little upturned nose,
Yeah.
like that. It's like an upside down U. Very simple.
Super easy to draw when you know how to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the Dublingers have little tiny eyes. So Moxie and Milton have like dash eyes like that, right? Mm-hmm. The Dublingers have little dot eyes because they're squinty,
Is that what it is?
angry, mean people.
Huh.
Yes.
Okay.
So they have little dot eyes, and Tracy's usually raised her eyebrow, right? She's
Okay.
usually like being very arch. I think I made her features a little bit too high on her head.
Okay.
So I'm going to move them down.
Luckily,
a little
Robbie has magic.
Yes.
Look at this.
Doop.
Oh my gosh. Oh, jealous.
bit. And then they're usually being sort of.
They're either scowling or scowl smiling, right? Oh, look at that. Oh, you can just, there's a range of Dublinger expressions.
There you go.
Can you show a couple of different types. Like, that's just sort of pouting Dublinger.
Okay.
Let's show smirking Dublinger. All right. Oh my gosh, that's so cool.
So I just copied and pasted my Dublinger.
All right.
And
Oh, look at that. Oh.
I'm gonna make her like a little bit
Guys,
angrier.
Eyebrows are the most
They're the most
amazing
important thing. Yeah. They can
expression.
change the expression. Here, should I draw a surprise Dublinger?
Yes, a surprise Dublinger, because that will give Moxie some good feeling if she can somehow get to a Dublinger, right? Isn't that what she lives for? All right. Oh, that's an outraged Dublinger. Oh, look, the eyebrows. Oh, that turned from outrage
Now
into
she's
sort
like,
of unhappiness, worry, despair.
And
Now,
you want to know how to make Tammy?
that is what I want to know. Oh my gosh. Look at this. Look at this. Boom.
Oops. I actually need to cut it off.
Uh-oh. That's how you make a Dublinger sad. Cut off her ponytail. All right, here we go. Oh, bloop. And this is actually perfect because Tracy is usually the Dublinger.
Yes, who's angry and mean, and Tammy's usually the one who's sort of surprised and,
So
she's a little bit less nasty than Tracy.
you guys, when we get to book 3, you'll see that there's a little Dublinger discord, as the chapter says. They don't get along in book 3, and Moxie has to help one of them, has to help Tammy investigate Tracy.
Ooh.
That's some foreshadowing on the Robbie and Matthew Real McCoys read-along show long-term agenda. I hope you can handle the excitement. Okay, so is there anything else, Robbie?
Well, there's some questions here.
Okay, let's hear it. Let's hear it.
Okay, I'm going to remove the Dublingers
Okay.
and get back to us.
Okay, well,
Here
of
we are.
course.
So one question was, do Tracy and Tammy have a sibling? Maybe in Milton's grade.
In my knowledge, they do not. They have sucked all the air out of the room. They are the only children in their family, as far as I know. Now, if I needed to, for a future book, give them a little brother or something, I could, because I've never specified that. But so far as I know, they do not.
Yes.
Yes, okay.
Puppy was wondering if I got her email. I got an email from you, and I wrote you back. Did you not get my email back?
Well, she wrote an email to the Robbie and Matthew, info@RobbieandMatthew, days ago, and we wrote back to you. I wrote back to you, and Robbie wrote back to you. So hopefully you received those. I think I wrote back to you twice, maybe.
Maybe you sent a new email? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. You'll have to be more specific.
All right.
Yep.
All right.
All right.
We got lots of devil faces.
Oh, what are those for?
Not fans of the Dublingers,
Oh,
guys?
not fans of the Dublingers.
I'm not really a fan of the
Well,
Dublingers
we're
either.
not setting them up to succeed in your hearts.
No, that's true. That's true. We've made them not very pleasant.
Fairly unredeeming.
They sort of do. You know what I like about the Dublingers, or what I like about Moxie?
Yeah.
Moxie can't help but admire certain aspects of the Dublingers. She recognizes that they are like really good spellers and are
Hardworking.
It's hardworking.
Yeah.
Yes, she's impressed by that, and she can't help but admire them for
She
that.
gives credit where credit
Yes,
is due.
I like that. I like
rather
that about
than
Moxie.
withholding that.
Yeah.
She doesn't like them.
Yeah.
But she doesn't just say there's nothing good about them.
Right.
She knows that in fact there are some
Yeah.
things they do well.
Yeah.
But she still doesn't like them very much.
And this comes really in book 3,
Yeah.
Wonder Undercover. This becomes much more clear.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, L Puppy, you sent it this morning. I haven't checked my email this morning. You know what? I had to do yoga class with the kids this morning. I had to do, what else did I do? Oh, Jasper had circle story time with his school.
Right.
So this morning was sort of like
Momming it
about-
up, momming
I was
it up.
momming it up this morning.
I had to do some
Yeah.
work things. Yeah.
But I will check.
What is your least favorite book? Greg, I tell you, we did something that was an experiment that failed, which was we had Robbie illustrate the
Yes.
book before I wrote it. Robbie created 10 or 15 illustrations with a common set of characters that I could then put in whatever order I wanted to and create a story behind. And I'm afraid our magic happens when I get to work with a completely blank slate and Robbie gets to work with a slate that's already covered with nonsense.
That
Robbie-
story, I had drawn like a king and a tent and a bear and like a bunch of little...
It can't possibly be as bad as we think it is
It's
in
terrible.
retrospect.
It's terrible.
But we will never share it with you
Nope.
because our pride is too strong. So anyway,
Whenever people ask about it or want to order that book, we're like, sorry, it's out of print. Even though we could just print it up on our printer and make one for them. We're like, we don't sell that one anymore.
why did you decide to make the Dublingers completely identical instead of opposites? Like for Tracy, pigtails, and for Tammy, one ponytail.
I actually knew some twins growing up who actually were so identical they didn't even have mismatching side ponytails.
Whoa.
And it made it impossible. I could not tell and their names were Jennifer and Jessica. So it made it first of all,
Their parents were setting us all up for a challenge.
It was tough. They wore the same clothes every day, and I kind of like that the Dublingers, like Tracy which Dublinger made her pinata herself? Was it Tammy?
I believe that Tracy did.
Tracy did.
Yes.
No,
yes.
Tracy did the tooth. Tammy did.
Correct. Tracy said she did. Yes.
So
Correct.
anyway,
because she admires her sister. That's the
Right,
thing.
yeah.
Tammy admires Tracy.
Yes.
Tracy admires Tracy.
Yeah.
So Tracy's a little bit more odious,
Yeah.
in my opinion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I made them identical, I think, because I like the confusion that Moxie has, not knowing which one's really her arch nemesis.
I like El Puppy's suggestion that Tammy and Tracy's little brother becomes best friends with Milton. That is a good plot twist. I like that very much. And interestingly, that's a little bit what happens in book 4, if there is a book 4, where Moxie's new nemesis, Archer and Talio, his little sister and Milton, develop a relationship.
Yes.
So that dynamic I have played with and like it very much. I like your instincts, El Puppy.
Well, Kylie made another point. Don't
Yeah.
give them a brother, give them a sister
Oh.
who becomes Milton's either arch nemesis
Or
friend.
special friend,
That would be-
perhaps.
yeah.
Perhaps they hold
All right,
hands
that's a
on
good
the
idea.
swing set.
All right.
All right, what are we, Twins of My Town?
Oh, look, they're twins in my town. They're 70 and still wear the same clothes every day. Fun to see them at the store.
That would be fun.
That would be
That
fun.
would be fun. Just go give them a hug.
You know, some twins like to really amp it up with the twinness,
twin
and
it
other
up, lean
twins
into it.
like to not be as. I think being a twin would be very frustrating and hard.
I have compassion for them.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think that people mistaking you for somebody else all the time would be really annoying.
Also, if there were 2 of this, the world would not be safe. We can barely deal with the containment and
Yeah,
fallout from one
just
Robbie Bear.
one.
Whoa.
One's
All right,
too much
let's see
already.
if there's anything else up here.
Yeah.
Okay.
What's left on the agenda, Matthew?
Storytime agenda. Where are we? What? CB, huh?
We answer your questions. We did that. Homework assignment. Write a short essay answering the question, why is January?
Yes, you guys. I know that you are not necessarily in school right now, and so I would like you to use your brains, your creative capacity, your Real McCoys enthusiasm if you have it, and I want you guys each to sit down with a piece of paper, look at the words, why is January, and come up with a response. It doesn't have to be very long, a few sentences. Email it to us, info@robbieandmatthew.com, and we will read it here tomorrow. Also, I saw in the comments that some of you were unhappy with us for missing your jokes yesterday. I apologize. If you email me the jokes, I can prepare them in advance, and I will read them.
And they will be on the
Absolutely.
agenda.
All right? So jokes and essays. I would like to incentivize you somehow to do your homework, but I can't even send you any prizes right now. So just know you'll have our admiration, you'll get a shout out, we'll be appreciative, and you will have learned something or not learned something, but you at least will have written something.
I just want to say
Yeah.
in everyone's defense,
Yeah.
writing an essay that answers why is January is difficult because, as you might remember, the second time around that Moxie and Milton were trying to answer this question, they just answered it they just decided it was too hard to answer, and they just asked a bunch of unanswerable questions.
Robbie has a good point here. It doesn't have to be an essay, it has to be a response.
Thank you.
So put why is January at the top of your page and
then
respond.
write,
Or
whatever.
draw.
Yeah.
If your response is a drawing, do it and either scan it or send a photograph that you take with someone's phone, and we'll share them. Okay? We want a little engagement with you. We want to
just
hang.
want to see what you guys are thinking.
We want to see.
It's not that we want to assign you more work, it's that we want to see what you're thinking.
We read one more joke as long as it's not too funny, because this show is serious. I think we need to reclaim this show as a place where very
Boo.
serious things
Boo.
happen. No one smiles.
Disagree.
And fun doesn't happen.
Strongly disagree.
First of all, I'm just gonna jump in and
Yeah.
say happy birthday to
you,
Whitney.
Whitney.
Happy.
birthday.
Oh, no, we don't say Whitney till the end, right? That's how.
I know.
Yeah.
I don't know what
Happy
you're doing.
birthday to you. Happy birthday to
to
you. Happy birthday, dear Whitney, mother of El Puppy. Happy birthday to you. That wasn't very melodic.
You started going way off track.
I was
trying to harmonize.
I wanted
with
it.
you.
I was trying to harmonize with you.
Phew.
Look at that. We
That
both
was
we
no
both
good.
had compatible. What joke here? Well, you actually
Well, actually, up to some of the comments. Okay.
El Puppy.
January does seem like 10 years ago,
But
doesn't it?
and yet it was so recently. I think El Puppy said there was a joke at the very top.
at the very top.
Maybe we've already gotten it.
Oh yeah, here we go.
Okay, here we go.
Why
Closing
don't
joke.
you...
Promise me it's not too funny.
It's funny.
It's got to be serious. Well,
not
all right,
serious.
we'll see. Don't laugh, friends.
Why don't you tell secrets in a cornfield?
Um,
I think you can figure this one out, Matthew.
because that would be corny.
Oh.
No.
No, that was good, though.
Because they contain a kernel of truth?
No.
Oh. Because there are no cobblestones in a cornfield?
No. Because the corn is all ears.
The corn is all ears. I get it.
That was good.
And you know what? That was not so
Yes.
funny that I rolled around on the floor, which would have broken
Been
the
very
serious
distracting.
demeanor of this show.
Why did we decide this? We decided the other show was serious.
I decided both
I
shows
didn't
would be
decide
serious.
this was
Our
gonna
whole
be
new brand
serious.
is just stoicism.
Okay, I'm going to give you one more joke.
Oh, that's not on the agenda.
What do you call a cold veggie?
A cold veggie?
Yes.
A cucumber?
Oh, that a cucumber?
A cucumber?
Nope.
Oh, come on.
But that's a good-
Iceberg lettuce?
Oh, that's not a good
Oh,
one.
come on. Those are both great.
Mm.
A beet refrigerator?
Nope.
Nope. A potato. A burn up. A burn up.
That's pretty good.
Thank you.
Not a burn up.
No?
No.
What?
A chili pepper.
Wow, that's not a vegetable. Is it chili
Yes.
pepper a vegetable?
Oh my gosh.
It's a pepper. That's a different thing. I mean, a green pepper is a vegetable.
I want you
but a
guys-
chili pepper is a hot little number.
It is also a vegetable.
No, it's a pepper.
Let me tell you something.
What?
Matthew also was not sure
If
whether insects were animals.
No, they're insects. They're not fuzzy. They're not cute. You can't hug them.
Matthew.
What?
Nobody's going to trust us to educate their children
Nobody
in any way.
should. Nobody
if
should.
You are claiming that peppers are not vegetables and insects are not animals.
I think it's more of an opinion than anything else. It's a
All right.
belief.
There's
it's a
also
wish.
lots of love for
Robbie.
Wisconsin.
For Wisconsin?
Yeah.
Go Wisconsin.
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
All right, friends.
I think that's it.
We gotta go.
Yeah.
We gotta preserve our energy for tomorrow's nonsense. We will have no serious tomorrow. Tomorrow,
will
I
have
wanted
no what?
seriousness.
Oh.
I wanted today to be serious.
Why?
To tomorrow can be the opposite. Okay. Sometimes you have
Now
to have
you're
balance.
setting tomorrow
You have to
up.
have balance in the universe.
Whew.
Without Darth Vader, you can't have Luke Skywalker. You need both for the Force. You see what I mean?
No.
You know what I'm saying?
No.
Okay.
No.
All right, friends.
Peppers are a fruit.
Fruit? Ah, perfect. Does that mean green peppers are a fruit too? Why have they always been in
Green
my...
peppers and chili peppers are no different from each other.
They are.
except
One
that
is hot.
hot,
One is
but
succulent
they are-
and salad worthy,
Oh,
and one burns
my
your mouth,
gosh.
and it's so tiny.
Why was 6 scared of 7?
Guess 7, 8, 9. I'm sorry. I'm afraid that's one I've heard. I love it, but it's become routine to me, and it washeth over me without penetrating the funny parts.
It's still good, though.
It is good.
It's one of the classics.
It is.
All right.
It is a classic.
Bye,
It is
everyone.
canonized.
We're trying to leave now.
Come on now. We gotta
No
go.
more jokes. No
Happy
more
birthday,
jokes.
Whitney. Happy
Yay,
birthday.
bye.
Bye, Kansas City.